Back to our Fox News alert. And this from President Trump at just the top of this hour. He wrote on Truth Social in part, "I want to thank Iran for giving us early notice, which made it possible for no lives to be lost and nobody to be injured. Perhaps Iran can now proceed to peace and harmony in the region, and I will enthusiastically encourage Israel to do the same." This as brand new video shows American B-2 bombers preparing for Operation Midnight Hammer. Now let's take a look at, I want to bring in that video. We'll take a look at that video while we bring in former B-2 stealth bomber pilot, retired U.S. Air Force Brigadier General Rob Spalding. General, thanks for being with us here today. That video, which just came in today, is on the screen right now of the B-2 bombers preparing to take off from Missouri over Iran. An incredible mission, General, I'm sure, which you can help highlight here. Just under 40 hours, 37 hours round trip. 2 pilots per plane, 7 B-2 bombers, escorts, refueling tankers, and a precision-dropped series of bombs in Iran.
Absolutely. It was well choreographed. It was well rehearsed over the past decade, actually. It was well tested. We were very confident that everything was going to come out exactly as we saw it did.
And you heard me read what President Trump just posted minutes ago, here at the top of the hour. It seems to me that there's 2 questions now to answer. Did we accomplish our goals over the weekend, and are our goals the same as Israel's? That seems to predicate or give us some indication of where we're headed now in the future. So let's start with, did we accomplish our goals over the weekend? An incredible strike. Do you think we did the job in destroying, obliterating, and setting back Iran's nuclear program to a satisfactory level for the United States?
Well, you always have to depend on the intelligence, and, assuming the intelligence was good about the Fordo facility, the big issue with creating a nuclear weapon is really the industrial work that goes into refining uranium ore. And I think if you can disrupt those centrifuges, then even if you have 60% enriched uranium, there's no way of progressing any further to, highly enriched uranium, which could be used for a weapon.
Well, and then the question is, were the full stockpiles of uranium at the locations where the United States struck over the weekend, at Fordo, Natanz, Isfahan, which was hit by the submarines' Tomahawk missiles launched just off the coast of Iran? There are some questioning evidence or images coming out. These are satellite images I want to show you of trucks lined up at the Fordo site before the strike. It looks like there were a ton of trucks lined up outside that site. You can see on your screen now. Now, what they were doing, we don't know. Where they went, we don't know. We presume we have very good intelligence of where something like that would have been headed afterwards. But while the attack was a surprise in terms of the timing, we did talk a lot about Fordo in the weeks leading up to this. Do you think the Iranians were capable of moving the uranium before we struck?
It is possible that they moved it, but here's the thing to understand. We know where something has been made. We have the capability of detecting if a weapon is created and detonated, where that weapon was produced. So even if the material finds its way, say, to China and maybe is further enriched there to be used later by the Iranians, we would still know it came from Iran. That was the origin. So I think the president's focused on, can they enrich any more, and can they actually have a path to a weapon? And as I said, assuming the intelligence is good, if we took out the centrifuges in Fordo, they're not going to be able to progress past 60% enrichment.
So they may still have the uranium, but they're stuck at 60%. It may be scattered around, at least in part, Iran. But what can they do with that 60%? And really quickly, General, before we go, what can you do with 60% enriched uranium? Does that facilitate a dirty bomb? Is it weaponized? Can it be weaponized whatsoever, or it has to, in its entirety, be brought to 90%?
No, it could be put into a dirty bomb, in which case it would create widespread contamination. And while that wouldn't create the death and devastation of a highly enriched weapon, a fission bomb, it would still cause a lot of trouble. And of course, the contamination would be very heavy.
All right. General Spalding, thank you so much for being with us here today.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.